Hello, we are going to talk about network security. Network security has been getting more and more important here. It was not there not until 1969 here. It's about 1960 when 1970 here when we have internet. Before internet here, we don't have network. We don't have network security. Now, since we have network, that's internet, then we have network security. If you check back, that's about almost 40 to 50 years now. And it's an ongoing challenge. It's not saying that after this long, about 45 years, we have resolved network security issues. No, we are not. It's getting more and more severe. It's a global market right now here. You can get hackers attack from all over the world here. That's called globalization here. Network security is also like that here. It's getting more and more difficult to keep your network secure. And so that's very, very important to have security here. And someone here at first, we use the term called network security. Later on, we introduced a new term called cyber security. Cyber means internet. With more and more use of internet here, we are considering the internet security. So comparing to the previously what we have, network security, that's physically, for instance, if you have a network in followers, and that's only in followers here. So people need to come to followers here and physically or using software to break in your system here. But right now, they can be in anywhere because your network is connecting to internet now. So network can come from everywhere. And also, the network security concern can come from inside and outside. Inside your employee, they may accidentally damage the network, or maliciously unhappy employees, for example, damage the network. And outsiders here, some hackers are for money, some hackers are for fun. Yeah. For money, it's been paid by other organizations to damage the network of a competitor, for example. For fun, some hackers just want the challenge here. And this is nothing new here. So network security is very, very important. Whose responsibility for the network security? IT guys, of course. In addition to that, everyone. Everyone is using the network. We are all responsible for network security. One example I can give to you is they want you to secure your password. If your password been leaking to other people here, people use your password and damage the network, then they're still going to go back to you. They also ask you to change your password from time to time, maybe monthly. And that's the reason is they are afraid of after 1 month, your password may already be known by some hackers. So they're going to ask you to change. You say, hey, everything works fine. It's not broken, why fix it? Network security is not that kind of thinking here. You need to prepare for the worst. So let's go and see security. The basic certificate concept, I think I have just told you here. And this guy here, you see here, you have a computer. You need to secure your computer. Well, okay. And big guy here, understand the threat here. This is like physically, people, and logically. Physically, the best example is your jump drive here. You call it thumb drive, jump drive here, and USB drive. If you left your USB drive unintentionally and people grab it, make a copy, that's a lot of info. And that you never know. So that you need to very safeguard your USB drive here. Also your username and password here. If people got your sensitive information, such as the banking information, they withdraw money from your bank, then you go back to the bank here, even though the bank most likely will not charge you on their loss. You're going to go through many paperwork and questions here. Threat, and this is a threat here. So what's the threat here? Vulnerable here. And the threat here is, it is always a threat here. A famous one here, you can Google the famous hackers attack. That's year 2000, February. Year 2000, February, seems like a long time ago. That's 20 years ago. 20 years ago, a DDoS attack happened. DDoS, distributed denial of service. Distributed denial of service. Distributed tells you they are using more than one computer, say 10, 20 computers to do the attack. And a hacker can hijack your computer if your computer is connecting to internet and it's not secure. They hijack your computer, use your computer and other computer to attack a website. They can do that, and it has been done. It's still doing that. It will keep doing that. This year 2000, February, DDoS attack was conducted by a Canadian teenager, age 13, 14, something about that, and brought down network like eBay, Amazon for like 2-3 hours. That was serious. That was serious. Those companies lost lots of money here from a 13 years old teenager. What does this lessons tells us? This lessons we learn from is 20 years ago, network, Amazon, eBay, and some other network was very weak. It's vulnerable. It's not like the kid is a genius. Age 13, 14 can make such a significant attack. It's not like that. Is the network was very weak 20 years ago. Today, no way. We have learned the hard way. The network nowadays are much stronger. A hacker trying to bring down a famous, lots of traffic website such as eBay for 2 hours, Amazon for 2 hours. No, I don't think it's very unlikely. So that's we learned hard way about the threats here. Okay, so that's a very good example. If you Google, you just Google DDoS, DDoS 2000, then you can see. And they even give this teenager a nickname called Murphy Boy. Okay, and that was like 20 years ago. At that time, we don't really have cybersecurity law and regulation to put the kids in jail or sue the kids for the damage here. Today we do have. The time has changed here. 20 years ago and today, there's a big difference in terms of how secure are those networks, and also how the law, cybersecurity law and regulations will treat you here. So be careful here. Understand the threat here. The probability of a threat here, it happens every day. Companies have some tools to log, and based on their log, that happens every day, every minute, every second. It's just like that. It's not like people use it, say, hey, those hackers, don't they go to bed, have some sleep? No, they're using their computer automatically attack you. It's not like they have to sit in there in front of a computer to try to hack your network. Now that's automatically here. The degree, this is based on the network. How secure is your network here? Well, of course, the highest degree of security should be the military and the hospital and the police network. Those are like security, health. That's very important. They should have very high degree of security here. The penalty here or injury here, can be very, very severe here. Severe here is like data leaking here. They may steal your info here. You don't like people to steal info, privacy, and steal your credit card information to cause a lot of money withdrawing. It's not a good idea. And that's one thing. And they bring down your network so you don't have a network to use. And steal information, bring down your network. The worst is they change the info. If they change the info here and you don't know, that's going to be a serious problem here. Even if you know, they change certain area of your database. Which certain area? If you don't have a mechanism to figure it out, then all the info under the same database cannot be trusted. This is a serious issue here. And in here, they have face manuscript here. This one to show you that personally, you got a computer, hackers attack, network, hackers attack. How about mobile phone? We are using mobile phone all the time. Is your mobile phone vulnerable to hackers attack? Can a hacker hijack your mobile phone because your mobile phone is connecting to internet and use your mobile phone to attack a website? Of course they can. Mobile phone is no different from a computer. Mobile phone is a computer device. It's more function than a computer, that's all. It's smaller than a computer. Mobile phone is another type of computer. Smaller, smarter, more functions here, portable here. So that's the mobile phone. You need to treat your mobile phone same as your computer. This one says the only damage to the hardware or loss of data here. In reality here can be more than that here. And that's a lot of stuff here. Say they damage your hardware, the loss of some of your data, as I mentioned, the change of your data here, and also you don't feel secure, you don't have a privacy here, and you are scared to use your mobile phone or computers again here. That's many it's not really physically damaged, it's also mentally here you can suffer. Risk assessment here, that's a good idea here. So they are professionals who can do a risk assessment here. How they do it? They're trying to break in your network. If they successfully break in your network, then it's no good. So that's one way to do the risk assessment, pretending they are the bad guys here and they are trying to break into your system here. So that's one thing here. Okay. And also, in addition to that, we also have admin here, network administrator here. They are going to use a standard, the procedure defined way to set up all kind of device, software, hardware, and to protect the network. But it needs to be tested by white hat hackers to try to see if they can break in. If they can break in your system here, the bad guys can most likely to do that here. So you want to do that here. That's here. And for this assessment here, I'm going to bring up an idea here, risk assessment here. You have two ways. One is you have your customized network system. Then, for instance, with the use of Linux here, you have your own network system. You have in-house experts to protect your network. Or option 2, you are using lots of Microsoft software and hardware, or Cisco software and hardware. Then those companies, Microsoft, Cisco in this case, will try to keep updating you with network security software and will update you with network security hardware to make your network more secure. You can use outside and inside. Then what should I use? For military, they should have their own network system. It's got nothing to do with Microsoft, Cisco, or other company. For a private organization, they don't have that kind of money to do this kind of setup here. They may rely on some other companies, Cisco, Microsoft, and other companies to help to secure their network here. And another trend here nowadays, due to this globalization, many companies have outsourced their network security, meaning the software and hardware and the people to handle those software and hardware to other countries to save some cost. It really depends on your choice, the leadership's choice, to whether keep it in-house or outsourced to other companies here, in other places here. So that's a decision, business decision. Risk assessment here. Countermeasures here. Yeah, that's, you see. For example, they give you example for what they mean by counter offers here. You're gonna back up your data all the time here. Yep. That's like in case, that's worst scenario. In case people wipe off my database, what I'm going to do? I have a backup database. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to keep them in sync. In sync means in real time they are all identical. And physically, I want to keep them separated. Like I have one in FortiWars, another one in FortiWars. Bad idea. A backup system and a live system here, should it be in the same area? That area got some problem, earthquake, tornado, flood, then you lost both. So they have to be physically distant. You have one in FortiWars. How about one in Arkansas? Via the internet here, you can keep them in sync with the identical info here. But physically, you don't want to put them in the same location. This point out here, important concept here is physically people can damage, or the Mother Nature can damage your system. And another way, logically or software-wise here, people can, or remotely, people can damage your system here. That's two different concerns we have. They are safeguarding your hardware here. Hardware here, safeguarding hardware here. I was invited to a company. They have their Google server. Server look like VCR, if you still read Blu-ray player. Many decks of, look like they're gonna play VCR, many VCRs here. And how they safeguard it here? They actually use the fans and use the chain lock to lock the fans here. So it doesn't look like high tech, but that's the way they do. In addition to badge, and they physically secure the area here. I mean, that's just no way. This all fans physically you can go inside here. You cannot. So that's an old way. Doesn't look like high tech, but it works. So my suggestion is you're going to use some high tech fingerprint and other technology here, but you also going to use the old technology here, like a lock here, like a fence here. You're actually going to physically secure your area here. Power problem is a big problem here, meaning you need to have a backup battery here. Using our phone system, for example. The phone system in the US is very important. It's considering like national security. Like if you said that, okay, we cannot make phone calls. No house phone calls, no mobile phone calls. What does that got to do with me? For 1 day, 2 days, 1 hour, 2 hours, what does that got to do with you? Not much, unless you are in some kind of emergency. You want to call 911, then you don't have any phone. Mobile phone is not working, home phone is not working, you cannot dial 911. For 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 day, 2 days, many people cannot do that. Would that be a problem? That's a serious problem here, so we have. In that serious problem here, we're trying to preventing that from happening. One way we are trying to do is the power. You lost the power here. They are all computer, no power, no mobile phone, no computer here. So how can you make sure you have backup power here? The phone system are mandated by FCC to have their backup power for about 12 hours here. If your people cut or a thunderstorm here, the tree cut off the power here, you need to be back up for 12 hours with your battery. And hopefully, within those 12 hours, the electrician can fix the problem here. So that's called power problems here, backup here. And for any organization, you need to have a battery backup here. We're talking about power. If you lose the power here, you don't lose nothing. You're going to switch to the battery right away. Right away means there's no interrupt. You just don't know. The users didn't realize, hey, I lost the power. No, you don't lose the power. As soon as you don't have power here, they go to the battery here. And the battery here is not like last forever. We don't have that kind of battery today. It may last 4 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, something like that. So within those time, you need to fix your manpower. That's your power problem here. Power failure here. Yeah, a surge protection offer necessary protection to your computer. Yeah, this one here is if you have a thunder and hit your house here with the surge protection, they're not going to damage your computer. So that's the surge protection here. And we call UPS. This UPS is not a UPS. You order something and the UPS guy deliver to your house, to your apartment. Not that UPS. In IT, we are term-based. We have many terms, and some of the terms have 2 or more than 2 meaning here, like this UPS. I know what is UPS. So this UPS is uninterruptible power supply. That's your backup. And using the battery idea, yes, it's actually the term we use for battery. That's your battery. May not look like a battery here. This doesn't look like a battery here, but this is your battery here, UPS here. So UPS is supposed to back up your system for hours or 1 or 2 days. That's what they're trying to do here. And accidents happen here. Yeah, you see here, that's a good old way here. You're going to cable lock here. So physically, you need to secure your network. In this one here, disaster, like nature disaster, it will always happen. you never know when would that happen here. You need to secure. One example I like to give to my students is we call STP. That's a transfer point here for a phone company. You want to make a phone call from Fort Worth to New York. They're going to set up the call first. Ring that phone, that guy answer, then you can talk. For the phone setup, they need to send signals here from Fort Worth to Austin, Texas. Then all the way to different cities to New York. The backup here of that Austin, Texas is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's very, very far away. That's how they back up a two STP, the phone machine, set up your phone call machine here. In case, the first for your content here. So you're trying to make a phone call from Fort Worth to New York. In case, just in case, this shouldn't happen here. In case they have earthquake in Austin, which I know Austin don't have earthquake. And then you don't have that machine here, it's not working. Your call will be routed to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Tulsa, Oklahoma got some tornado. Yeah, they do have some tornado. Then you'll be out of luck here. Can you still call New York? Not via this way here. You may need to use some other way, some mobile phone or some other way, satellite here. You cannot. But the chances for this to happen will be very, very slim here. Natural disaster happen in two far away cities here. The chance is very, very slim here. We cannot guarantee like 100%, but we can say that statistically speaking here, that from happening maybe 99.99999. Oh, we are happy with that here. I mean, we cannot guarantee. There's no way we cannot, money-wise here, if we put 20, then if one fail, the second one fail, third one fail, fourth one fail, fifth one fail here, then you can say that it's almost perfect. Yeah, we have all the backup here. Backup costs money, costs maintenance. We need to balance the security with the cost here. It's not like, as long as we can make it very, very, very secure, you really overkill here. Yeah, here show you a can of compressed air helps keep fans and components free of dust here. Yeah, this show you the details here, really, really details here. If the fans of your computer is not working, or is not working very, very good, then your CPU temperature getting higher and higher, and your computer, you're going to damage your computer. That your computer, by design, will automatically turn off to protect the computer. And so the problem for you is not like I don't clean up my fan, my computer will be on fire, CPU will be damaged here, I need to get myself a new computer. No, you won't. The design here just turn off your computer. And the problem for you is actually you're using a computer, the temperature of the CPU is getting higher and higher, then power off, you lost everything here. Then you try to boot up your computer, power up again here. Then after certain times, you lose your power again. That's a problem. It's not like your car here. The car here, they are not going to shut off. For instance, you have a car, you're driving highway, and the fan is not working, the coolant is not working, leaking out of your coolant, the fan is not working, so your engine of your car getting warmer, hotter and hotter here. Can you burn the engine here? Yes, you can burn the engine. Why don't they design the same way like a computer to protect the CPU, power off the computer. Power off, you lose power. No, they cannot. They should not. You're driving. If they want to protect your engine from get burned out here and shut it out. You lost power. You're in a highway, suddenly you lost your power. It's not a good idea here. Yeah, it's very dangerous for you. The computer, when the CPU is too warm, they shut it off. You are safe. Physically, you are safe here. There's nothing going to happen to you physically here. That's something I want to share with you for this lecture.